trace here on the radio. We say thanks to all of you for following us and believing in us, or those of you that made it a duty to follow Care Radio during the competition, National County Sports Meet. And we also want to welcome all of you viewing us via Facebook Care Network and that of YouTube Care Communications Network, our social media platforms. The invitation is yours to invite as many as you can, and then just give us a follow on Facebook. If you just joined us for the very first time, just hit the follow button and be one of our regular followers. And if you join us through YouTube, just give us a subscribe. Just subscribe to our channel. Yeah, it's as easy as possible. Just in 1 second, you can do that. Click the subscribe button, and you'll be informed, you'll be updated as soon as there is a new edition of every program on this FM dial. Many thanks to George, who is sitting at control to make sure that you have all what's coming your way via our social media platforms. So, like today, I told you we have a whole lot to talk. We have a whole lot to talk. The recent National County Sports Meet. We have a whole lot to talk concerning Liberian football, where we saw the supporters, and it was not easy. It was not really easy. It was not really easy. So we had a wonderful, wonderful edition. But again, that is the content meet. The content meet will always have a kind of story, especially during the finals, the grand finals. There was this issue about, I don't know if I should say, almost a stampede, but there was this heavy influx of people at the Summer Carnival Sports Complex during the grand finals, and there were a lot of injuries reported, and I'm told the situation even led to a death, to a single death. But again, this is as a result of the crowd that pulled out to the stadium. The crowd actually pulled out to the stadium, and I don't know if I should say the Samba Carando Sports Complex is now small for the National County Sports Meet, especially the grand finals. There should be measures put in place to regulate the turnout at the Samba Carando Sports Complex, because it was unfortunate to see people. Though someone would argue that it's normal in a sporting arena where you have a whole lot of people trooping in a stadium to follow a competition, especially during the final stages. But I will say there should be measures put in place to have a successful completion of these tournaments, of these competitions. People go to the stadium to celebrate, and they don't go there to get wounded. People go to the stadium to celebrate. They don't go there to have unfortunate situations resulting to death. People go to the stadium to cheer their counties, their teams. So the Ministry of Youth and Sport, who is responsible for the National County Sports Meet, should be able to put in regulations to avoid these uncertainties. There should be security measures I think the first thing should be security measures. During the contest meet, we see a whole lot of security presence on the stadium. But a security the deployment of a huge security force that will not have a strong regulation of the security policies during the county meet is useless. Look at what happened during look at what happened outside the stadium. You got the police officers in their numbers at the front of the stadium. But there is no organized queue from the car row leading to the stadium. You just see everybody just pulling. The group is just, but you got security people there, police officers there, that in their mind, they are working to control the crowd. They are working to have to have to have a structural security procedure for entry into the stadium. You have the guys there. By the end of the day, you will see, even if you have a ticket to enter the stadium, that ticket will not give you easy access to the stadium. Imagine, the ticket will not give you easy access to the stadium. It even goes to the point that people don't have ticket, but they will walk and reach to the gate in the queue that people are supposed to be in with their tickets. Oh yes, you see people in that area in the queue going to where those that are supposed to get ticket should be. And that's one of the reasons. Because you can tell me that uh one country is playing, John Brown goes and buy their ticket, his ticket rather. He goes to the field and then he expects to pass through and get to the gate where the security should be the one instructing him, come so, go so. But before he even gets to that gate, it's a talk so. It's a serious fight. At times you see the AFL officers, but this year I don't think I really observed a huge presence of AFL personnel at the stadium, especially to my point here is the entry of the stadium. Because the largest crowd before getting in the stadium will interface from the front of the stadium to where you got a Samuel and those sports complex waiting on the field, coming as far as the road. That whole area is filled. But I think the security officers that should be on that should be able to have cones placed in well-structured queues before the crowd will start pulling in. Then from there, you can have a restriction. Those that got ticket, come so. If you don't have ticket, go so. Then you will have people moving into the stadium. Who told you that other stadiums around the world cannot be as packed as stadiums around the world in other countries? Even have number that is bigger than the number we carry with SKD. Oh yes. But we got a stadium that got a little over maybe 25,000 capacity, 24,000, 26,000 thereabout. The capacity of SKD is not 50,000. It's less. But during the games, you'll see that the stadium will be packed to its capacity. People still having entry. What happens during the ticket printing? Are you printing more tickets than the capacity of the stadium. Because if you tell me that SKD got a seating capacity of 25,000, now this 25,000 covers the entire stadium, if that's the case. So you have VIPs that will not be riding on tickets. You have counter officials that will not be riding on tickets. You have steering committees, different stakeholders that have recognition that should go to the stadium without using the tickets that they're going to buy. In fact, they will have passes. So when you take all the numbers, steward, or match officials, county players, you will have way less than that 25,000 we took as the stadium capacity. So in that case, you're going to be printing around 20,000 tickets also. If you have passes or accreditation given to 5,000 personnel to have access to the stadium, you're going to have additional 20,000 in tickets. And these 20,000 tickets should go across different sides of the stadium. You got VIP, you got stadium wing, you got around the field. But you will see the stadium will get full from around the field. The group is still outside. What's happening? And that has been the age-old problem of the national counter sports meet. This is something that is persistent. Government go, government can is still the same. Are we not thinking outside the box? There is a huge love for the county meet by Liberians. There is a huge love. Liberians love the county meet. Oh yes. So another thing you could do to control this ticketing, I don't know whether it is being controlled, but you can have a stadium of 20,000 seating capacity, then you have a crowd of 30,000 going to watch a match or witness a match. No, it's not possible. In fact, that's criminal in nature. So you aiding and abetting everything that will happen as a result of overcrowdedness. And even overcrowding the stadium is a risk to the stadium durability or duration. If that stadium is built for 25,000 persons, you carry 30,000 persons there, it affects the stadium. And if you check out, maybe that's some of the reasons the stadium leaking. The offices, yes, there are offices in the Ministry of Youth and Sport that are leaking. When small rainfall, it gets filled. You don't even work from there. Computers and things are getting damaged. And these are some of the reasons that you will continue to face the problems. The stadium will be leaking. You will notice broken chairs all over the place because you got 5 persons squeezing their butt in one chair. In fact, to a certain extent, you will get to know that the people will not want to sit down because they're not even sitting down comfortably, and then they got people standing forward, so they will stay in the chairs. Crowd control. Print the ticket that you're supposed to print. This one time we heard that it was rumors. I don't know if it was confirmed now, but I saw information, I saw reports that the tickets printing were outsourced to Vision Print, which is a good thing to get control of ticketing. So Vision Print, for example, if that's the case, Vision Print should print the number of tickets per game. How many tickets were Vision Print printing? Especially for the finals. How was it done? You want to, if we want to look at it from this perspective, was it done properly? The overcrowdedness, was it as a result of no security features or low security features on the ticket? Was the tickets duplicated? Were there problems with the tickets? Those are some of the things that we should do. You got security officers. I don't know whether we can do training for the security officers doing the kind of big sporting events. I don't know. But the Ministry of Youth and Sport, for us in sports writing, we were called to a workshop and we were refreshed. Not that we don't know some of these things, but there are a whole lot of us that are young people, and kudos to the leadership of the Sports Writers Association that engaged the Ministry of Youth and Sport to have sports writers refreshed or trained in reporting sports. They will say, oh, the journalists are the problem. This commentator sitting on the radio and saying a whole lot of things. So yes, it was necessary. But was it done in other sectors? Was it done in other areas? You had securities that could not control crowd. Then how were they recruited? How? There is an inner fence around the playing pitch, around the stadium and the perimeter rather. And this inner fence, you have people going over it. But you have huge number of security officers around the field. Where the security is not monitoring and pulling people down from from climbing over the inner fence. Oh yeah, they will dress fully. I don't know if it is a sign of intimidation to spectators, but you right there on the field, somebody climbing on top that inner fence. It is a risk to the fence itself. It is a risk to the person that is climbing over the fence. It's a danger. You as a security officer, especially police, protect life and property. The stadium is not protected when that person is climbing on top of the fence. The stadium is not protected. The person's life is at risk. You should make it your duty to go there and pull that person down from what they're doing. Use every method. You can use force. You can because you're doing your duty. But at the front of the stadium, if you tell somebody, "My man, pass so, go so," a little misunderstanding, boom, you take a baton and you start to beat spectators that are trying to make their way in the stadium. Anger management. You officers should focus on managing and maintaining the procedure of entering the stadium rather than exercising force, fight, and other things. The academy is beautiful. Let us do the needful to maintain the beauty of the country. I am told that the Referee Association during the county meet is responsible for assigning referees, match officials, and monitoring their actions. This current time, you have Vision Print responsible for ticketing, which is necessary. Now, another great mistake that the Ministry of Youth and Sport continue to make over the years is the issue of accreditation for media personnel. There's a media tribune at the Samuel Canado Sports Complex, and there are commentary booths around the Samuel Canado Sports Complex that are used to relate and bring you play-by-play description from inside the stadium. So you got over 5 million people in Liberia. Everybody will not go to the Samuel Canado Sports Complex to witness one football game. It's not possible. It is not possible. Don't fool yourself. In fact, somebody in Locatura don't have copy to come. Where the Monrovia? Somebody in Zulu West Gate. Somebody in Zozo. Foya, Konya, Kolaun, the Bandi Chiefdom, the different parts of the country. Somebody in Plebo, Hapo, Sestos. They will not come to the summer camp, those sports complex. They are all part of the 5+ million people in Liberia. So the radios, the televisions, the online platforms should be the one taking the game from that field to the communities. Yes, media institutions should be the one taking the games from the field to the communities. But what happened recently? The Ministry of Youth and Sport, as a regulator and the organizer of the county meet, it's about time that you work with the Sports Director Association more than what you say. Minister go, minister come, they will always make the kind of promises to leadership. I can remember during the leadership of former President Mulbah at the Sports Director Association, Minister Zoga Wilson used to say, we will work closely with the Sports Director Association. We will work closely with the Sports Director Association. Recently, before the county meet started, there was a promise made by Minister Gerald Obama, the current Minister of Youth and Sports, that they will work with the Sports Weather Association. During the county meet, sports journalists were embarrassed, they were abused by security officers only because there was a serious problem with assigned sport reporters, with sports journalists that went to cover the event. Imagine there were people that got accreditation to enter the summer camp, those sports complex for county media access pass that do not have any association or any affiliation with media entities. Oh yes, we saw plenty of them. In fact, there is a body governing sports writers in Liberia, SWA. SWA should be the one doing recommendation and working very closely with the ministry. These are stakeholders, in fact. These are stakeholders. So SWA should be engaged by the Ministry of Youth and Sport, not only to say, oh, you're come for press conference, you're promoting the tournament, but to work in the interest of those that are doing the work and the ministry. There are journalists all over the country. There are disciplined sports reporters. There are specialized people. In fact, that's the reason you hold refresher training. You will not use over $700 US in the Ministry of Youth and Sport to hold refresher training for sports brothers. Then you take people from different places and get an accreditation while you hosted a training in fact. In fact, you're just supposed to send it to the press union like Liberia and let it train journalists. They are necessary. There are other people that we know they are versatile. That's why sports covering is a whole different area. There are sports commentators, there are sports reporters, there are sports writers. And sports covering is just unique. So for that reason, give people their role. Let's swap be part of the screening process of accredited journalists. Like that, you will heal productivity. Look, during the final, there were so many things that happened, and there are so many sports reporters, there are so many people that work for the interest of the promotion of country that are disenchanted, that were abused. Some even left the stadium. And there was a serious injury for one of our own senior brothers in the sports media, Roland Bandokai. I wish you speedy recovery, Roland. But I saw the pictures, I saw the video. I mean, sports writers were not protected. We need a better security setup during the county meet. We need better things to be done during the county meet for the safety of the players, for the safety of the stadium, for the safety of the people that are associated with the county meet. Let us put in better parts. Let us bring new ideas. We shouldn't be doing the same one thing over and over from time immemorial. We should not be doing it. Let us stop. Think differently. 1956 county meet started. We just hosted the 2024-2025 grand finals last Sunday. Wasn't different now. The constant difference I see is the daily increase in daily little or slight increase in cash awards. Oh yes, oh yes, the slight increase in cash awards is the only different thing I see. But the same way everybody will go to SKD, not the same way everybody will get outside from there, is the same way there will be gift intake collected. It's the same way we don't know where it goes. It's the same way we don't see impact on the players. We don't see. Yesterday, somebody was telling me that the county teams will hire the service of the players, and the players will play for the county team. That's why the county will be paying them per game, per day, per day, per everything. So when the county wins, when for example, Lofa County won the county meet, the cash prize that comes with the awards for the county belongs to Lofa. That is 2 million in cash. The 2 million belongs to Lofa. We said Nima County has won the county meet 6 times. Let's agree. They have not been winning 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. But they've been winning. What has been erected in Nima, monitored by the Ministry of Youth and Sport, Internal Affairs, as a result of the county meet wins? Lofa County is the new champion. They got 2 million. They're carrying a battle over. According to what I was told, the money for Lofa County, what is the policy by the Ministry of Youth and Sport to say, oh, this money is going to be used for X, Y, and Z purposes. This money will be used to do this and that, the other one. Nothing. 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 It is because of the same thing. They're doing one thing the same way all the time. It's because of the same thing that we are noticing and we are seeing a huge discrepancy in the disciplines when it comes to cash outcomes. Champion in football, 2 million. Champion in kickball, 700,000. I think basketball is somewhere less than that. For what? For what exactly? We say the counting me. And then we cut off track and field, we cut off volleyball, we cut off all other disciplines for only 3 disciplines. But still, those that play in the 3 disciplines are abused. Oh yes, that's not abuse, man. Instead of playing sport, then you can give me less than 50% of what the other person wants. Is it my fault to go look for a sponsor? I'm playing for Lofa Kanda because I'm playing basketball, so I should go look for a sponsor for basketball. There should be new ideas. Craft the concept, proposals. in a way that there will be companies coming for them. Let's see the leverage. Let people see the opportunity. Only people that can find themselves around the gym will enter that gym to play basketball, to witness the counting in basketball. If I don't even know how fun is raising that small gym. But the stadium can be choke, the stadium can be packed. The stadium can be full. Again, it is a gym capacity. What we're doing so that people can see and say, oh, I want sponsor. Last year we had, if not last year, but a year ago, we had Asla Meta gave him 100 plus thousand for sponsorship. You know what it means? It's a lot. 100 plus thousand. You can cross it, you can cut it across. But this year, you got cash prize sponsor, you got radio entertainment sponsor. But if I radio entertainment sponsorship cut across, they said player of the match in football, 20,000. Player of the match in kickball, 20,000. That's appreciation of labor and discipline. Oh, yes. We appreciate the young guys. We appreciate the young girls. In fact, they are not going to feel different. But again, we sit down, we use one concept. I want to believe that a particular concept we're using for content media here was copy and paste. And we're just using the same concept. After the competition, do we go back to review what didn't work? What new need to be added? Are we thinking, well, that's it. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Culture of Sports on Care Radio 95.9, the radio service of Care Communications Network. And we've been talking about the National Counter Sports Meet, telling you some of the things that you are not seeing. Excuse me. You didn't see it, but the competition was fine though. The competition. On the pitch, it was fine. It was excellent. On the radio, it was perfect. On TVs and other things you saw, it was unique. Beautiful. I love the colors around the stadium. Oh, Lofa, green against Bon County, orange. The colors were dominant. And the crowd, the stadium was always colorful. Grand Jida against Grand Cape Mount, green SKD. Yes. Magiri against Nima. Oh, yes. Maryland. There were colors around the stadium. And people supported their counties. You're not responsible for what happened, oh, you went to celebrate. You're not responsible for what happened. You want to celebrate. That's love for county. That's love for origination, for our background, for our origins, for our tradition. That's love. But when you go buy a ticket, if it's supposed to be 25,000 ticket, they tell you the ticket will be printed to net. First come, first serve. When the 25,000 ticket finish, go buy your battery, put in your radio. They shouldn't be using the microphone if you do. They still don't pack your close gate 2. They still don't pack your close gate 3. We cannot close the studio. No. In fact, the number that is inside should determine the number that should enter from outside. So if I have this room can only take 15 person. When the first 10 person enter, I will receive a signal because I'm giving people invite. The ticket is the invitation to enter the stadium, my people. The ticket is the invitation to enter the stadium. And once you put everything in place, we from the media perspective, we know what happened in the media. We know what happens during the country. Then you close the Sports Weather Association. Then you give me sports access pass, sports accreditation to people from diverse background. You know what it does? It cripples that particular space that should be reporting. It cripples that space. You're supposed to get 300 sports reporters. You take 10 from SWA, 10 from around the country, 20% of media tribute. 280, you wasted OSA. I don't know what the basis of which they gave those accreditations. I don't know why. But you take the accreditation and give it to people that it does not belong to. Then in the end, the media tribute is getting full. In fact, there is no proper security. Because you can't tell me that I got VIP access, then what I going to do to stadium win when the game is on? Security should be able to look the protocol in the security sector that should be able to look at the ticket and tell you where you're going. In fact, by now we should have a stadium where your ticket should be determined by the seat. You should just walk to the steward and tell him this is my ticket. You should tell him you're going to sit down to seat number 10. But you will see people will buy K16 ticket. In fact, the last year academy were having K16, K15. They are not seeing anything like that. So once you get one by you enter, where's the security feature? If the ticket was duplicated, how do you prevent it? In fact, it even looked like the tickets were printed more than the capacity we got at the stadium. How do you control this kind of thing? The stadium is filled to its capacity, but you still got thousands of people also with ticket in their hand. Where they take it from? Where they carrying it in fact? It simply means that the people were robbed. Because you can't give somebody ticket for a place that they will not enter. Don't do it. Once the person pay for it, it should be guided for them. Somebody can pay that $5 or 500 for a ticket. Then at a certain area, you say, oh, we're shutting the stadium down because it is filled to its capacity. You printed more ticket than why it filled to its capacity. That's just what happens when we are thinking the same way all the time, doing one thing over and over with no innovation. With no innovation. There should be innovation in the organization of the National County Sports Meet. There should be innovations in the organization of the National County Sports Meet. This competition has given itself a brand, and the Liberian people love it. If you do not think or rethink on the ideas you're using, if you continue to use one concept paper, copy and paste over and over, you're going to face problems in the future. People are learning. People are thinking different. Or one life lost through poor organization, poor security is a problem, and let us avoid reoccurrences. In fact, I would say I love the national team game where the stadium can be empty now. More than the country where the stadium can be packed. Because the stadium getting packed, people life at risk. Only because security on the field, they're not covering life and property. Somebody else witnessing the game, spectators will come pass by there and enter, go on the stadium, on the field. Then you go for him and start beating him when you're already surrounded. So the winners for the National County Sports Meet this year, let's say congratulations to Lofa County. Yesterday, I listened to Minister Andy Kwame. He said Lofa County has been consistent in the last 5 years, and that's for a fact. You got one county going to 4 finals back to back, winning 2. It means that they are starting to dominate the county. Nima County is the highest carrier of county. But I can't remember when last they were in 4 finals back to back. Other counties, please don't wait for SKD. Why SKD coming start getting packed there? Because people will wait. You see the political big shots only to SKD. They don't go to the counties. So Lofa County won the grand finals, and that is their second county meet trophy in history against Great Judea County. You had Mike Gibby Kante coming third in the national Kante football division, football category. There were three disciplines this year. In kickball, Grand Bassa County girls were able to clinch the championship in kickball for this year national County sports meet. Uh, I think you can see the Grand Bassa girls. Let's see if we put up this picture. Is that Lofa? Yes, that's the champion. So if you're watching us via Facebook or YouTube, the pictorials you see correspond to those that did the photos. That's the champions of the football category of the national county sports meet. Lofa County. You see the cheers, you see the squad, you see the celebration. They are cheering to their second champion league champions title in the county league. The champions. So we got Grand Bassa, the Bassa girls. The girls were really up to it. You know, Bassa wanted to do something this year. Bassa kept running after one protest because they wanted to make a comeback in football. Now, I mean, this is what they were seeing. They wanted to be like Lofa County in 2021, collecting football, collecting kickball, right on the same page. So they kept pushing. They sent their protest. If people said no, we're going for appeal. They're saying appeal. They even reached to a point that the people said they were going to court. I don't know where the country are going to be if they're going to go to court. But again, congratulations to the Beson girls from Grand Bassa County who clinched the kickball championship in the National County Sports League. Lofa again has made a comeback in basketball. This is Lofa County Radio. So the consistency Minister Andy Kwame talked about yesterday, this is a sign of it. And there was one name he mentioned, and I remember the name Momo Saros. Basketball, you see Momo Saros. And I see you when I'm talking to Minister Kwame, the Deputy Minister for Sports. He said Momo Saros has been the brain behind Lofa County consistency in the county meet. He was not senator, he started pushing this. And I believe that that's one of the reasons that the people made him senator. And he don't seem to be stopping. You can see that he can be stopped. You are in sign up with the team. Congratulations, Momo Saros, Senator Momo Saros. And congratulations to all of the winners. You know, we get 15 counties. Only one winner we will get. If you didn't make it this year, try. If your county didn't make it to the final, keep on trying. Just keep on. But this is a competition and you will have just one winner. You will have just one winner. Congratulations to all of you that participated. And that's it for the county meet. This is the culture of sports. We got a few other talking points to go through, and we will also afford you the opportunity to come on this conversation by phoning in when we open the lines. You can make your input as well. But again, today is a sad day. Yesterday we heard the death news of a very young, promising Liberian player, uh, Blessing Wule, plays for Freeport FC. His picture is up. Is sad. You know, this young guy was a huge influence to the defense of this team. So calling Johnston, Johnston. Yeah. But Freeport is money. And the family, I want to say to the bereaved family, take heart. His uncle Dominic Wule, who is the team manager of Blackman, not Blackman Royal, but for Freeport FC. Could have talked to me, but you know, it's hard to even take that your your nephew will try to, but pushing career. But anyway, that's life. We say take heart to the Wule family. We pray that God will counsel you people. And just last month we had another loss. We had this time it was AK rather. Amara Kamara from Black Man Warrior. And this guy was something that I don't know. But see what happened. It came from an injury. Let's see what happened. So see what happened. This volley came from the corner. He's the one wearing number two. Just at the interaction there. It was the last interaction that was reported. AK right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Against Global Farmer. He's right there in the number two jersey. And that particular thing resulted to a problem in the back. It resulted to a problem in his spine, and I'm told they took him to JFK, to other hospitals, and he was on his way outside the country for advanced medical attention, but he was reported dead. January, we're in February, less than 10 days in February, another death news of another. These are all young players. We hope and pray for the best that God will protect them. You know, they got talent, especially for this, for the two players you see here, they will be remembered. They will be remembered. Leaving the pitch at a young age, not in retirement but death. So our hearts are up to the bereaved families from the two clubs, Black Man Warrior and Triple FC. But again, that's it. Only God can answer the question why. We don't know why we ourselves. We would love to see them play. We would love to talk about them when we sit on the radio, when we sit on the television doing analysis. These are the ones that we go to the field to see. Today we got two deaths. That's a sad news. And I must say it's a sad news. So we have resumed the National League right after the Kante meet. You know, Kante meet can be looking at our World Cup. Our country had to go to World Cup, so we have not been to the World Cup before, even the African Cup of Nations. So when the Kante meet comes, it's the time for us to use the stadium for what we can use it for. So the Kante meet is over, and National League has resumed. Yesterday was a comeback day for FC Fasel, who is leading the first division table. Uh, so if you're watching this show via Facebook or YouTube, the log you see courtesy to the Liberia Football Association Media Department, that's the round of activities for games. That's fixtures. So those are the games. The first three there played yesterday, two there played yesterday. In fact, for this reason, because of the death of this player from Freeport FC, Freeport game against Shatter FC was postponed, was pushed to a later date, and then you only had Invincible 11 playing LPRC Oilers yesterday, and that was a win for LPRC. I listened to Kevin Simmer after that match. He said they need 15 wins, so they need some of the wins. So that game is over. Yesterday the game played at the SKD practice pitch, LPRC versus IE, and it ended 2-1 in favor of IE. IE is still not far from relegation zone. You know, I don't know, but they keep playing around the relegation zone more often than even any other place in the league. FC Fasel defeated Beer Mountain 3-2 in that match yesterday. So today you got Leska versus Watanga. These are prominent clubs in the Liberian League. Leska will be clashing with Watanga today, Tusafiu. You got Global Farmer versus Pinsville FC as well. Will be locking horns at the D2 Sports page. Heaven 11 versus Mighty Barrow. This is Heaven 11 that defeated Mighty Barrow 7. And this match was played then. The seven goals were scored on Mighty Bahrain Buchanan. Today, you got them playing at the SKD practice pitch at 4 o'clock. Discoveries versus Black Men Warrior, a battle of two second division teams that came together to the first division league. This is a battle between Discoveries and Black Men Warrior. They were two of the three teams. There are two of the three teams that came to this first division league from the second division. They got promoted together, in fact. This is a clash to watch. Is it a repetition of what happened in the second division league last season? That we can't tell and that we don't know, but that's it right there. We will open the lines and interact with you on a different talking point. 077 07881 871 670 0881 871 670 are the numbers to call and be a part of the conversation. You can call us on 0770 573 477 0881 871 670 and let's talk. You heard what happened in the county meeting. Was a county part of the three counties that at least walk away with something? And the three counties dominated the individual awards. In fact, Lofa dominated the individual awards. Because the only award that went to individual outside Lofa team was the best young player. And again, let me say that in my own position, as someone that followed the county meet, to raise a little question about this particular statistician or this particular record. You got Emmanuel Flomo, a 16-year-old, played and scored the highest goal in the country. He even won the most valuable player of the country. You got another young player, 20 years old, who at the end of the competition won the category of best young player. How now? How now? The most valuable player is a young player. He scored the highest goal. How come he slipped off winning the best young player? The greatest award in the country is the most valuable player. And this person collected this award. He's in the category. So I will say, oh, there is a problem if he is of age, he's older than this player, but he's in fact a bit younger than this player. But all of them are in the same young player category. But that's it. 0770 573 477 0881 0881 871 670 0770 573 477 are the numbers to call and be a part of the program, the cultural school. Today there are first division league games playing. You can follow up the fixtures. You can follow up the fixtures and support your team or go to the field. The matches venues are there. You can go see your team playing and let's say sorry to the bereaved family, blessing there for the loss of their son. He was a really promising star, different minister, the Johnston. Uh, but again, we're sorry to the Fripo family. Take heart. And may God comfort you in the time of your loss. So of course, if if we if we can say let's run through the table of the National First Division League and we can call it a day here on the Cultural Sports. The table of the National First Division League. These are, and let me make it clear that the table I'm about to provide is from March 15. So before we went for the county mid break, this is how the table was. Facel was at the top of the table with 31 points above Discoveries discoveries of first division team that is new to the competition, 30 points. Thereafter, Beer Mountain, 25 points. Pins GFC, 24 points. Heaven 11, and that of Global Farmer, 23 points. You got LPRC Others and Leska, 21 points. Watanga, 20 points. Blackman Warriors, 17 points. Freeport FC, 14 points. Thereafter, the relegation zone included Shatter, 13 points. Invincible 11, 12 points. And that of Mighty Barrow, 12 points. So that's how the look of the table was before the break, before the counting mid break. Now that we are back, the league games have resumed. FC Pascal has added 3 points to Hortalit, as well as Invincible 11 has added 3 points to our tally. Well, folks, that's all the time we have to be with you here today on the May week presentation of the Culture of Sports. The invitation is yours to join us this Saturday at 10 o'clock, where we'll bring you more interactions of sports, giving you more developments and bringing you live updates on happenings in the world of sports. My name is Siapha Mulbah. I've been your presenter for the Culture of Sports and always your presenter on this program. George West sat at control and produced the sound you're hearing, as well as bringing you the visual copies of all that we broadcasted on our social media platform. Do have yourself a wonderful time. Don't go away. Keep listening to Care Radio. Bye bye.